Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Liam from Liam's Tinnitus, and right now I'm going to use this nifty little whiteboard feature, which is just a website. I'm going to show you the connection between fasting and diet and not eating bad foods and cutting out tap water, and how the implications it has towards fixing your tinnitus. Okay, so we're going to go into age a bit. I'm going to keep this video really short because this software that I use to record my screen, it's got about 5 minutes, and then it'll ruin the whole video and no one will be able to see anything. So I really implore you before I start that if no matter what approach you're considering taking, if you're going to try and do some sort of neuroplasticity approach or cranial psychotherapy or habituation, or you don't know what you're going to do, at least just supplement it with some of the ideas I'm teaching here, because these ideas are free. You're going to save money by not buying stupid foods, and of course fasting as well. Okay, so let's just get into it. So let's imagine right now this is you, and you were born with a potato for a head. Scratch that, you're a happy sad ghost. It's bittersweet. Anyway, so this is you and that's your neck. Okay, and so you eat, let's say, this is supposed to be a piece of bread, not a chef's hat. Okay, that's bread, and then you drink a beer, okay? And yes, if you do need help with your artwork, I am available to do that, because I'm obviously professional. That's a beer, and you eat all this shit, okay? And in fact, you eat anything. So even if you eat, yep, you guessed it, an apple, that's what that is. You eat an apple, okay, and you eat all these foods, right? And what happens is, obviously, it goes down your throat to your small intestines and your large intestines, and eventually your stomach, where all sorts of different things happen, but we won't get into the whole issue, the topic of digestion, because we're going to keep this super simple. And your stomach is down here, and now you're a keg on stilts. So you're like a teenage chick who drank too much and now is catching up to her, sort of thing. So we all know a girl like that. Anyway, so you've eaten it here, and what happens is you eat the food here, and your lymphatic system, okay, your lymphatic system in your body, the lymphatic system's job is to transport nutrients and minerals from your stomach, okay, and your skin, and allocate them to different cells in the body, okay, the pools around the cells, and do that, and also to take toxins from the cells and transfer them back to the intestines, where they can be pooed out if they're not useful, toxins like heavy metals, stuff like that, through the teeth as well, through the skin. But the point here is that the food that you eat, the lymphatic system is responsible for transferring it up into the brain. Oh my God. That is, believe it or not, that is, this guy's obviously had a serious car accident and his brain's hanging out of his head, so you can kind of get the idea here. But the brain in here, right? So what happens is, this is where everything is. The cingulate system, the nervous system, the nervous system is throughout the whole body, but it's controlled by the brain. Your emotions, your feelings, your decisions, everything, how you feel, the fight or flight mechanism, it's all controlled by your brain. Yes, the fight or flight mechanism is triggered, or you feel the actual physical response from your adrenal glands, but don't forget that it's biochemicals being transferred from your brain. Your hypothalamus takes the message and decides what it wants to do with it, the emotion, and if you don't have enough amino acids, it's going to let that go out of control. Eat eggs, that's a whole other thing. Basically, it's going to control your whole body. So what happens is, if you eat shitty foods, the lymphatic system is going to take that into your brain anyway, okay? So it's going to transfer all those toxins, all that shit, all the wheat, all the sugar into your brain. Now, your brain does need sugar. It needs water and sugar, or glucose basically, but all these refined sugars, not going to happen. And besides, your liver can create glucose by itself, okay? Liver is super complex. The liver can do a multitude of things. It's the second most complicated organ compared to the heart, okay? It's super important, excuse me. So when you eat all these bad foods, your stomach gets inflamed, you get a bit of a belly, it gets engorged, even if you overeat, and your insulin is a whole other thing too. But what's happening is you're getting these terrible things go to your brain, and because your brain controls everything, all the organs, the body clocks start to go out of whack. You don't sleep well, you feel sad, you get anxiety, you get stress, you get fear. The systems in your brain start to malfunction. Everything goes to shit, and you can get Alzheimer's, you can get problems, you can get diabetes. Obviously, diabetes is not a brain problem, it's a sugar problem, it's a pancreas issue as well. But the point I'm trying to make is, if the brain, the nervous system, the fight or flight mechanism, tinnitus is fed directly from the stomach. So if you fast, I don't even know how to erase things here. Let's just do this. We change the color. Oh God, never mind. So we erase these things, and we're erasing the bread, beer, and the apple. So everything. You give your stomach a chance to heal, okay, and you give your lymphatic system a chance to drain. Now, if you have spikes if you do a fast, your tinnitus goes down or it stays the same, and then you eat and your tinnitus goes up, it's potentially because you have an issue with your lymphatic system and it's clogged, and as soon as it starts working again, it starts malfunctioning, and there were already, you kick it back into overdrive and it starts working, and there were already these toxins that were getting pulled out of your skin, sorry, not your skin, your cells while you're fasting, and then you've just given them new life, and now more toxins are basically getting, it's like if you're doing a bit of housekeeping, and I'm dusting, and I just hit, you know how people get like those, they hang their carpets over a line outside and they whack it? It's like just doing that inside. You just whacking it, doing it inside, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And dust is getting everywhere, and then you don't vacuum it up. It just got worse. It used to be this little thing over here, but so what I'm saying is there are techniques you can use to drain the lymphatic system. Hot baths is one. Fixing your diet is the first thing. So if you get really bad spikes when you fast or when you break a fast, it might be a good idea to take a break from fasting. Eat, or more so, don't eat the foods that I tell you not to eat. Bread, rice, pasta, refined sugar. Speak to your doctor before I say these next ones, but antibiotics, especially quinolones, lipoflavonoids, SSRIs, corticosteroids, benzodiazepines, antihistamines, tannins, herbal teas, coffees, rice, bread, as I said before, they all cause tinnitus. They all shift and work together as like a little colony and let parasites and fungus and mold breed, and you get tinnitus and lactic acidosis, you get dirty blood, and then you break the blood-brain barrier in your brain and you get toxins into the brain, and then it's basically fucking done deal. Tinnitus is the least of your worries. And, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not going to, I would, if a doctor was with a patient and the patient had cancer, they would say, oh, well, you don't have cancer yet. No, because they need to fix it. They need to fix the problem. Like, it's a short-lived victory. They call later and go, yes, I was kidding, you do have it. It's like, oh, then it's worse. So, anyway, that's the end of this. Sick. That's going to haunt my dreams, that's for sure. Sorry about that. Your dreams tonight. But you get the point there. So that's really how fasting helps. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's a basic overview, okay?